Okay, what we're doing today is we're looking at how to find slope and a point and using that to find the equation. So we're going to go ahead and go through a couple examples. One option is you can always just very neatly graph your equation and look for a y-intercept that way. So if we were doing this first one, I say very neatly, and then I'm drawing on a screen, so that'll be a challenge. But I'm going through the point 1, 4, so that means I'm going over 1 and up 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is a point there. And if my slope is 2, that means I'm going up 1, 2, and over 1. Because the slope of 2 as a fraction is 2 over 1, so going up 1, 2, over 1, that means that's my next point. Now, if you neatly draw that line, what you're going to see is your y-intercept would be right there. And actually, you can confirm that that's correct because if I were to go up 1, 2, and over 1 from the y-intercept, I would get my original point. So that lets me know my y-intercept is 2. So by making a neat graph, you can get a y-intercept, and then you can say y equals 2x plus 2 in this case. We'll do one more by trying to use the graph method. The graph method works best if you're a visual person and it just helps you to see the graph. Sometimes I'll sketch a graph even if I'm using one of the other methods. So an x-intercept of -3 means it touches the x-axis at -3, and my slope of 1/3 means I'm going up 1 and over 1, 2, 3. So there's my other point. This one is clearly a y-intercept of 1 because as I counted my slope, I landed right on it. It's best if you're doing the graph method to count as close to the y-axis as you can. So that means your equation would be y equals 1/3 x because the slope always goes in front of the x, and the y-intercept of -3 goes on the end. I'm sorry, no, that's the x-intercept there. Let's get rid of that. The y-intercept is actually 1. So 1/3 x, the slope goes in front, and then the y-intercept is 1. Now, some people, they're just not as visual, so they prefer not to use a graph. So I'm going to show you another way to do these same problems. The other way you can do these same problems is you can literally plug into this equation y equals mx plus b because you know your slope goes in front of the x, so it's going to go in front of the x. And then the point you have has an x value and a y value. So I can plug in the 1 for my x value and the 4 for my y value. So basically y equals mx plus b, I say y is equal to 4. I say that the slope is equal to 2 and x is equal to 1, and then just leave a plus b on the end. At this point, you're going to solve. So you're going to do 4 equals 2 times 1 is 2 plus b. And then to finish solving, you would subtract 2 from both sides. Ran out of room a little bit there. But you get a 2 equals b. And after you get 2 is equal to b, you can now write your equation because you can say y equals 2, the slope goes in front of the x, and the y-intercept always goes on the end. You notice using this equation, I got the same y-intercept as I did it graphing neatly. It's just a choice of which way you think is going to help you the most. I'm going to switch colors and do one more. And this one, it says my slope is 1/3, x-intercept of -3. You've got to realize your x-intercept means that you're going through the point -3, 0. So I do have a y value there to that point, -3, 0. Since it's an x-intercept, it's got to be on the x-axis with a y value of 0. So I'm going to have, using y equals mx plus b, I'm going to replace the y with my 0 because that's the y coordinate of my point. My slope is 1/3. Replace the x with -3 and then plus b. When I simplify, I have 0 equals, the 3's cancel since one's on top, one's on the bottom, so that's a -1 plus b. And then I add 1 to both sides, and I get b equals 1. So you notice you're getting the same answer either way. And y equals, the 1/3 goes in front of the x, and then a plus 1 on the end. The same answer we had when we did the graph is what we get when we do it this way. I really like these two methods, but if there's anybody who doesn't like either one of them, I'm going to do another short video about a third method. The disadvantage to it is you have to memorize another equation, but I'll show it to you just in case anybody likes it better.